What up, Dig Duggers? It's the Dig Dugger himself, Dak 908, Monster Hunters and Monster Hunties. Check it out, we got another episode of Week of Longsword for you. This will be part number 2. And to go back and cover, since I didn't actually show you guys what my skills and armor set was, I'm going to tell you guys what it is right now. We're looking at green Nargacuga, or Nargacuga Z, head and chest. And we're looking at Nether or Abyssal Lagiacrus, arms, waist, and feet. Alright, altogether that gives me the total skill set of Hone Edge, Focus, I'll be forgetting, my bad, apologies, Hone Edge, Focus, Stamina Recovery Up, and Challenger 1. All this together, it pretty much gives me a whole lot of attack power on top of my longsword. I chose to go with a whole lot of attack power because I knew that the longsword I was going to be using was going to be one that no one really used. And it probably ended up being a rare 8, and it did. It only had about 700 attack, didn't even go purple, and the lightning element on it I think was only like 250 or something like that. So compared to pretty much anything that the Zenogo or even the Lagiacrus can give you, it trumps it. Well, they trump this longsword. So I went for the Hone Edge, you know, the increased sharpness, which just gave me a lot more white. Gave me a lot more white. And then on top of that, it gave me attack large for free. On top of that, you know, Challenger 1 in case a monster gets mad, because a lot of times monsters do get mad, so I'll take that extra attack and all that whatnot. But anyway, guys, let's get back into the video real quick. Now, this is a longsword, you know what I mean? I don't use longswords. I really don't. After doing this, I went and checked. I only fought six battles, or 6 hunts or whatever. And I was like, man, I thought I hunted a lot more with the longsword, but apparently I didn't. I only knocked out 6 monsters, so that's probably how long this week of is going to be, because I don't really care too much for longswords. I mean, they're pretty cool in their own right, but a lot of times when I play, I like to get in the fray, and longswords aren't really suited for in the fray. They're suited for, like, on the other side of the monster, the side that no one else is on, because we all know how longswords, they tend to actually get all in the way, especially when you go do the spear blade combo and whatnot. A lot of people don't really tend to be I don't want to say aware, they just tend to neglect the fact that they're around a whole lot of other people. Kind of like whenever you see about 2 teammates going in on one section of a monster, and then out of nowhere this hammer user, this switch axe user, this anybody wants to come in and just like either lift you or knock you all over your face. So the fact that the longsword tends to do that a whole lot with the spear blade, which is pretty much how you stack on the real damage, I don't really like using them, and I don't really like fighting with longsword users. And luckily, when this game first came out, you saw an abundance of longsword users using this longsword. That's the only reason why I used it. But I guess people figured out that longswords get on people's nerves more often than not, so I don't really see too many of them that much anymore. Dual blades as well, everything seems to be well rounded in terms of usability, and I'm actually really cool with that, you know what I mean, because it's actually a lot more efficient to have a slew of weapons, or a group using a wider range of weapons whenever you go in. I mean, you can have somebody playing support like I was playing last night, and I was using pretty much anything I want. I was using lances, gun lances, everything except, actually I was using lances, gun lances, hunting horns. I used my sword and shield a bit. Hell, I even pulled my bow back out. But I was playing with this this hunting horn user. He stayed with the hunting horns the entire time, and he was the real MVP. Let's put it like that. He was the one who actually allowed us to really get a lot of those wins in, because he was buffing us with all the attacks and whatnot, and I was doing that as well. And when we worked together, when it was 2 hunting horns at the same time, I mean, you always had a buff. You had like 4 or 5 buffs stacked on top of each other. I mean, we was going in, but leaving the most for the most part the damage to the other 2 players that we had was a very bad idea. I mean, they weren't very good. One of them was like level 40 something, other guy was like level 6 or whatever. If I don't understand, the 40 some odd number leveled person was helping his friend. And normally I'm cool with that. I'm glad I'm here to help. I mean, I'm 226 right now. I was helping them, you know. I played with them for a long time. Hell, if I recorded, I'd have had a week of hunting horn, and then like a week of, you know, pretty much random. I fought with those guys a lot. It was a whole bunch of fights. I should have recorded it. I'd have been doing post commentary or whatever, because I was kicking with my homeboys and we was talking a whole lot of madness. You didn't want to hear none of that. But regardless, going back on topic, that hunting horn user, he was I was really happy to have him there because like I said, those guys, they weren't the best. I mean, they were using anything between switch axes and lances to, I think he put out a longsword at one point in time. But because I am Sir Lancelot, okay, and I don't know how I got through that breath right there. I want to say the hitbox wasn't actually at the end, but because I'm Sir Lancelot, when the homie was using the lance, it hurt my heart and soul. Let's put it like that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with the turtling style of lancing. I mean, I use it every now and then, especially when, you know, you're going against an enemy that's pretty significant. You know, when you're going against someone like Brachydos, something like that. But man, he was using the most turtling style of lancing ever. And then whenever he got a free shot, so to speak, whenever he saw an opening, he would charge. I mean, no, don't charge. Never never, I repeat, never, N-E-V-E-R, charge. I was gonna say but I already said the ER. But never charge when you're with a group of people. Hell, you can charge with the lance when you're by yourself sometimes in certain situations, only if, and absolutely only if, you have a status weapon. So like, if you have like a paralysis lance or even a poison lance, and you're by yourself, mind you, because no one needs none of that bullshit, we'd much rather do damage than have you attempt to poison or paralyze this monster, because with the combined strength of 4 people, we will do a lot more damage than you hitting 3 of us and us getting knocked all silly and getting knocked way the hell over there, the monster getting back up and doing no damage, and you probably didn't even get your freaking status off. So just think about that. To any would-be lance users, absolutely do not charge. Stop shielding a whole lot of times. Learn your monster, okay? Because a lot of times just you having the shield up, you're hurting everyone because you're not attacking because your shield is up. I use the lance a lot. If you want to see me use the lance at my absolute best, I guess you can just check out pretty much any of my other videos that's not the week of, which is actually some videos from way back when. But I'll probably do a week of lance again, because I will say that I have gained better lancing ability since I started even playing this game. But just remember, don't charge with the lance ever. I mean, you ruin a lot of people's days. So between that man doing that right there, when they were both using the switch axes, they was scooping the hell out of your boy. Okay, I was getting frustrated. I actually told them, I was like, man, you guys are terrible with axes. And it's like, oh no, I'm trying, I'm doing what I can, you know. I'm not that good again, so I just gonna do what I do. I only really have switch axes, you know, that kind of stuff. And I was like, my god, yo, because normally I'm okay with helping anybody who's not that good, but man, when you deliberately come straight like this, let's go back to what I said before. I was putting the Mac down tight, okay? I was doing the damn Dougie. We was fighting the Barrett, okay? I had my sword and shield, you know, the sword and shield that I did from a week of sword and shield, the one that puts him to sleep. You know, I spawned in the room with them, and then I killed him. Well, I didn't kill him, I put him to sleep and then woke him back up when everybody came in. But they saw me put him to sleep, okay? So they know what I'm about. Alright? I'm fighting him again, you know, a little bit later on in the match, and I am literally the sole person at this spot in which he's at. The very first thing this guy does, he scoops me with the switch axe. Now, they don't really know the damage of the switch axe, because the switch axe, it is a strong weapon if used right. Now, axe mode may not be its strongest form, but it's its most versatile. Thing is, you gotta use it versatile. It was just using the infinite slash, you know what I mean, where he swings it left, right, left, right, left, right. That's actually its weakest attack. Don't really do that when you have so many different options, especially when you're in a situation like I would only use that on Gen Moron. You know what I mean? If I'm on his back and I'm beating the freaking knot off his back, I'll sit there and do that all day till he knocks me off. Why? Because why the hell not? Okay? But when you're fighting something like the bear, something that moves around a bit more, you kind of need a little something else. Go with the normal combo setup with the axe. Maybe even switch that into the sword itself. But no, they would just want to walk right up to your boy and scoop me. Boop. I mean, I was like, my man. And that was the instance when I told him, because they scooped me like 4 or 5 times that match, and I couldn't do it. You know, it was enough. You know, I did keep fighting with them though until one time they just took far too long trying to load up. What was that? I think it was like Zenogre. And I was like, I don't even like Zenogre that much anyway, so you guys, you take care of it. Plus, it was getting kind of late. But I digress. What I meant about all that was that sometimes, guys, when you're fighting with a group of people, it's best to not hit your teammates, because if you're hitting your teammates, you're not doing the damage. Because if you're hitting your teammates, also you're not doing that much damage anyway, because you know not to not hit your teammates. So come on, especially the cat that's like 5 times your level, you might want to not like bug him, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. But I digress once more. Let's just say, put the ice on, the cherry on top, that be nice to your homies, because they'll be nice to you and they'll want to home with you a lot more often. But anyway, guys, that's all the time I got for you. I didn't really plan on even talking to you guys the entire commentary, but I did. It's 12 minutes in the bag. But anyway, it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. You guys take care. I know that the week of Longsword is done. I have the rest of them mapped out or whatever. I still have to commentate some of them because it's gonna all be post commentary. I'm trying to have a different top for you guys every time. But we do have the hunting horn left, and I think I'll do the hunting horn. Then after that, I'll probably go back to doing, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. So after my week of hunting horn, I literally don't know what to do with Monster Hunter. I think I'll just record hunts and then just upload them to you guys. I guess I'll try to do the hunts as fast as possible or something like that. I don't really know. And I really would like an idea, so I beg of you, what do I do after I finish my week of series, which is coming actually pretty soon, so let your boy know. On top of the week of series, we have Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate coming up pretty soon, so I'll be playing that on the 3DS. And if you want to add me on that, I'll make a video or something like that saying, yo, this is where you can add me for the 3DS and whatnot. I'm telling you this now, even though it's a long time coming, just so you know that it's a thing that I'll do, so you guys can have my friend code for my 3DS, so we can play Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on it as soon as possible. But anyway, guys, again, it's been your boy Dak908. You guys have a great day. Take care. Hope everything works out for you. I'm gonna sign up out this piece. Nah.